David Smallwood, and I'm from Gainesville, Georgia, wrestling and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Coming to the cage, representing Team Omega Silent Strike, from Gainesville, Georgia, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 170 pounds, David the Machine Smallwood.
He's just going to snap a picture. Can we just get behind you? Thank you.
My name's Vinson, fighting with G-Force out of Cincinnati. I want to give a special shout out to my son. Turned 5 months today. Happy birthday, Logan. Love you.
We are on fight 13 of the evening, Dan Severn.
Fight 13, yes.
Ohio. He stands 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighed in at 170 pounds. Representing Team G-Force, Lance Invincible Vinson.
We're coming to you from the Northern Kentucky Convention Center, and I'm here with UFC Hall of Famer and pioneer of UFC, Dan Severn. Coming to you to see some great fights here tonight. And Dan, we just saw a whale of a main event, and now we're going to follow up with another great fight here between David Smallwood and Lance Vinson.
Both athletes, somewhat young in their careers right now. Actually, this would be David's actually second match altogether here right now. And then for Lance Vinson, we're looking at this will be his fourth match.
They're all sold out tonight, but if you would like one, they will mail them to you.
And here we go, the 13th fight of the evening. We see David Smallwood coming out of Gainesville, Georgia. Can he take one home for the long trip? He's got 6 years in wrestling, 6 years in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he boasts a lot of bar fights, Dan. He said he'd like to dedicate this fight to his brother, who recently passed away this past Wednesday, and he's fighting in his honor, his brother Boone.
Oh, Lance here, I mean, look, use elbows and not too bad on his knees. Feels good to stand-up game, so it'll be interesting right now. Got the clinch and the takedown.
Looks like David Smallwood says here he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's got his chance to show. He's on top. And he's going for a guillotine right off the bat. And he's pulling guard with it.
He's got the guard. He's trying to get Lance down, get that body elongated here. When you can get that leverage.
That's right. When you can get someone in a guillotine and you can sink your hips in and flatten your body out, it puts a lot of leverage on it.
He does have a lot of pressure on him right now. Again, being young in their careers, I think is where people tend to.
Dan, from your experience, what's a guy that's stuck in a guillotine? Since you see it a lot tonight, what would a guy want to do in this position?
Well, one of a couple of things. I mean, you can try to break that guard, try to pass his guard position. He can look to try to strike him, or a way that he can bring his own arm up and post against his opponent on the bottom right there.
And what he wants to most definitely do is keep his opponent from flattening out, correct?
Oh yeah, you want to try to keep him that ball position, such a long game, he'll add that much more leverage. Great composure though, still great composure.
And he's got his head out. And the jiu-jitsu guy's on the bottom. Let's see what he does. He's got it, raising his legs up, moving his hips up.
Smallwood on the bottom, Vinson on top.
And we're coming in from the Northern Kentucky Convention Center, the 13th fight of the evening. And they're back on their feet. Good show of strength there, picking him up.
There you go, Lance Vinson, Vinson strikes. Got a Muay Thai clinch.
Muay Thai collar tie.
On Smallwood.
Nice knee. See if he uses the elbows to control him, spinning him around, throwing him off.
Oh, nice job there from Smallwood.
Nice from Smallwood, and he goes directly to almost back control.
He's got one hook in there right now.
He does.
He doesn't have the arm quite underneath the chin yet.
Lance Vinson, you want to see him try to roll over, get belly to belly here, or
Smallwood
leg.
Yeah, Smallwood's trying to get them both of them and get Lance Vinson all elongated out there, get them sprawled out.
Vinson doing a good job of getting wrist control, pulling that arm.
Looks like Smallwood might have that arm starting to slide into position.
Yeah, he's going through the rear naked, which we've seen him use a lot here. And you know, when you're Smallwood in this position, you want to get those hooks in to keep Vinson. Can he finish him? Can he finish him? If Vinson can hold on here, he can have new life in the second round. And here we go.
That is one of the things there. I'm glad you actually said that there, Josh. And that's one of the things that actually has changed about the Ultimate Fighting Championship. In the beginning, there was unlimited time. And one of the things that I noticed that as athletes, when they incorporated the rounds, athletes do now play 2 times. Because in realistically, if you know you only got 10 seconds left in the round, I mean, you can hang in there somehow and finish up that 10 seconds. So it's
well, you see the difference in the fighting. If you're familiar with Ultimate Fighting and you watch UFC and you watch some Pride competition, and you see the guys go for the first 10-minute round in Pride, the game plan over there is totally different than the guys have in the UFC.
You don't see a lot of people get out of that first round in Pride organizations.
A lot of fights in the first round in Pride. Getting some coaches in the corner.
Yep, interesting first round right there.
Very interesting. Lance Vinson fighting out Team G-Force. G-Force has a strong showing here tonight. Not only in support, but in fighters that are fighting very well.
Lance laying some strikes here again. There we got Smallwood in on the legs. But Vinson stopped him with that sprawl.
You know, we talked earlier, Dan, a lot of times when you're young in your career, you'll go for the first submission. A lot of times that's somebody's neck. A lot of young fighters put their head out there a little more than an experienced fighter would, and that's why you see a lot of guillotines and a lot of rear naked.
And the guillotine choke is an easy one. A lot of grapplers tend to get caught in guys. They do shoot in for those legs. They just leave themselves wide open. Here we go. We got Smallwood basically in kind of a half guard mount position. And Vinson just rolled on.
Nice reversal. You see, it looks like Vinson might be close to. He's in a side mount almost to speak, almost a full mount.
And he's got this one. He's controlling that one arm there pretty well right now too. And he's raining down those strikes.
He's got him turned around a little bit, pushing him up against the face, which is against a fence, which is very smart there.
Definitely, there's techniques and there's tactics. There we go.
There we go. Smallwood actually doing a good job of defending his punches, trying to pull him back down.
Still a lot of time in this round here, though. A lot of time.
Vinson has accomplished the full mount. He is in the full mount. And if you're seeing here some forearm smashes, you got to change it up.
Forearm smashes and also trying to hook on that trap and just force that forearm up there for a chokehold position as well. Takes a lot of toll on the man that's underneath right there. So Smallwood to have Lance Vinson on top there, just carrying that body weight, taking the strikes on down. That's tough to roll a man from that position.
Well, you know, just the same as Vinson on top can use the fence, and Smallwood on the bottom can too. A lot of times you see guys climb the fence with their feet and reverse the position.
Looks like Vinson actually is starting to go for a modified scarf hold. He does have the arm across the body here, trying to drive in, using the cutting edge on the backside. That's broken off. Going again for some forearm smashes.
And we talked about earlier, when you are mounted, you're in the threat to be armbarred. Reaching up like that, trying to grab somebody's head, you're putting yourself vulnerable from arm bars, arm triangles, all kinds of different things, so you have to be careful. I'm surprised we're not seeing Smallwood play off the fence here with his feet a little bit.
The unique thing, I mean, Smallwood, for Vinson being that young in his career, I mean, showing great composure from underneath there, just the way he's fighting back.
There is definitely a technique of deflecting those punches and keeping yourself safe from the bottom. Vinson definitely the aggressor here. I can't help but to think, Dan, that Vinson probably took this round. Vinson very dominant in that round with mostly top control.
Yeah, I agree totally with your call on that one. I think that was a Lance Vinson round for sure. First round, they definitely went back and forth a great deal, but that round he stayed in more dominant control, really landed a lot of strikes.
A lot of strikes. You know, Dan, we got a comment again on this this show that Jason Appleton's put on. Not many times across the U.S. do you see an amateur show of this quality.
Well, I mean, the title sums it all, the big show here. And
The Big Show.
I definitely as impressive what you are right there, that, you know, being his first, his debut in the mixed martial arts format, and then to put on such a show, I can't even wait to anticipate what he'll do by show number 2.
Show number 2 will be definitely something. Set the standard here, and I'm sure Jason will raise the bar every time he has a show. Here we go, third and final round.
2 warriors here. I mean, these guys really put into it. Smallwood has a
nice leg
swelling
twist.
over both eyes here right now.
And here we go, north-south position, going for a choke. I think takes the back. See if he gets his hooks in here, Dan.
Trying to sneak that one in right now. He's got the one in.
There
He
you
got
go,
him.
tap.
He got him.
A lot of that too, Dan, can be when you're tired, you tap easy. A lot of fatigue will set in.
Well, Vinson really took quite a toll on Smallwood there in that second round. I mean, to be on top as long as they rained down the strikes, that did take quite a toll there. But, you know, you just got to give it up for these 2 warriors. Fantastic job.
That's a great fight in the